Ladies and gentlemen, the saga continues. Leftoids have been thinking that they got Trump. They finally checkmated him. Orange Hitler, pedophile Hitler, is defeated. Well, this is another in a long line of failed attempts to get Donald Trump. Now, if you go on Twitter, you will find these people giving a masturbatory celebration to themselves, saying, "We got him. He's on Epstein's list. He's evil. He's terrible. He's a pedophile. We got him. He's guilty." Going on and on and on and on and on and on. I mean, it's wild. But if you actually read the article, it paints a very, very different story. Now, here's how the article opens. A Jeffrey Epstein accuser once claimed former President Donald Trump allegedly had sexual relations with one of her unnamed friends at Jeffrey Epstein's New York home on regular occasions. This is according to another trove of court documents that were unsealed. Now, here's the danger of this. You are bringing up old information, and the left is treating it as though it's new. No, we've already dealt with this. This is not a revelation. This is something that has been known for a long time. Now, the woman who made the allegation against Donald Trump goes by the name of Sarah Ransom, which is hilarious. In a string of 2016 emails to the then New York Post columnist Maureen Callahan, she claimed she had copies of Epstein tapes. So Epstein had apparently recorded some high-profile friends like Trump, Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew, and Richard Branson having sex with her friend that she alleges up here. Now, if true, and the girl is underage, that is absolutely evil. That is terrible. She confided in me about her casual friendship with Donald. Mr. Trump definitely seemed to have a thing for her, and she told me he kept going on about how he liked her pert nipples. Ransom wrote about her friend in one email made public when the latest batch of newly unsealed documents dropped. Now, this is the important part right here. I also know she had relations with Trump at Jeffrey Epstein's New York mansion on a regular basis. So this is her story. That Trump had sex with one of her friends at Epstein's home. He didn't go to the island. But in New York, he had regular sex with one of her friends. Now, here's the important part. Ransom walked back the salacious allegations in an October 23rd, 2016 email with Callahan. So right before the election, she said, "I'm done." Writing, "I would like to retract everything I have said to you and walk away from this." Because she probably realized that while her intention to bring eyes to this may have come from a good place, the reality of what she was doing was, her life could be ruined. She could get sued for defamation in a bunch of different ways, and it would be terrible. But this is also very important. In 2019, so this is 3 years after the fact. In 2019, Ransom admitted in a New Yorker article that she invented the tapes to draw attention to Epstein's behavior. So, in essence, what this amounts to is she concocted a story because she wanted to bring attention to this. And so she used Donald Trump and a lot of these other people to do it. Now, I believe that she used Donald Trump's name at the time because he was the Republican forerunner, and she probably didn't like Donald Trump. That's another completely valid supposition. So, she recanted. She retracted. She said, I lied. I invented all of this. There are no tapes. I just did this to bring attention to Epstein's behavior. Now, the other part about this that's important. Where is it? Ransom, who has been living abroad since 2017 and is now living in London, never produced the tapes. So nobody has these alleged tapes. This reminds me of, what's his name? The guy that was married to Roseanne. Loser. What's his name? Oh, God, his name escapes me. He was Trump deranged. He said he had some tape of Trump. Was it Tom Arnold? Is that his name? Tim Arnold? Tom Arnold? Yeah, maybe it's Tom Arnold. He said he had, the Trump-Russia tapes. Never produced them. These people lie for their own virtue, for their own glorification, for their own needs. Tom Arnold, I think his motivation was different than hers. But these people are lying. No matter how good you think your intentions are, it does not justify the ends. And so this whole story is not about how Donald Trump is a pedophile. This story is about, from the beginning, how somebody made up a lie about Trump, recanted it, and admitted why they did it. And this was what was revealed. So this has already been known. We covered this for years. That Donald Trump was accused falsely of sexual conduct in the 2016 election. This isn't anything new. The person recanted. It's not anything new. But it's revealed as though it's a stunning revelation. And the left is they're just catching up to 2016. They have no idea that this is something that has been debunked. Because they're going on Twitter about how this is the end of Trump. We got him. And Don Jr. is also getting lambasted because he published an article and he simply removed Trump's name. Because I think that's a fair thing to do. Because Trump really wasn't part of this. Yeah, he was named in this. But not in the same way these other people were. And I think it's absolutely shocking that we live in a time where you can write a headline like this, that people on social media can go absolutely wild. Run with this salacious stuff. And that's it. There's nothing Trump could do. I mean, what is he going to sue these people that are in abject poverty? These leftoids? But the damage to anyone else would be catastrophic. Trump is beyond this, I think, at this point. But I'm trying to think, imagine if it were you or I. You mislead people with a headline. These leftoids come out and repeat it. And you got no way of fighting back, which is why I think we need to change our laws in America to give people the right to sue, not just based on damages, like financial damages, but damages to your reputation that can be provably linked to something that was false. So, defamation. Kind of like what they did to Rittenhouse and stuff like that. But ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you, this entire story was just so eye-opening. Because Trump being accused of this falsely, it's being used again. They're using it in the same way that they did in 2016 to accuse Trump of this bad behavior, even though the person who admitted it said he didn't do it. Said Trump did not do this. He's not guilty of this. Said he didn't do it. They made it up. So I'm just very sick and tired of this continual stream of lies. I'm optimistic about the future. Don't get me wrong. But over and over and over again, we're introduced to stuff like this, and it makes me wonder why. Why can't you just be honest? Epstein accuser claims pedophile has sex tapes of Trump, Clinton, Prince Andrew, and Branson. The framing of that is dishonest when in your first part of your article you admit that the part about Trump was completely and totally false. It was a lie. Now, I don't care if people on the left say, well, of course she recanted because Trump and MAGA were going to... I don't care if they believe that part of it. You know, they can believe whatever delusion they want. But at the end of the day, this is a crucially important thing. That we identify that these people on the left are willing to lie and lie big and lie often and repeat that lie over and over and over again, even if it's debunked. Because they have no duty to the truth. Their only allegiance is to what makes them feel good. And what makes them feel good is anything that hurts Donald Trump or conservatives or America or capitalism or whatever boogeyman they've concocted for the day. Could be anime, could be Star Wars movies, could be anything. They'll invent anything, they'll concoct anything, they'll lie about anything. These people are evil. These people are absolutely evil. And so we're left with this story that is going to fizzle out in a couple of days because it doesn't reveal anything new. And it's not the gotcha that they think it is now. But eventually they're going to have to come back to reality. And yet another Trump gotcha ends in failure. These people have failed at everything that they've done. Every way they've tried to go at Trump, they have failed. And they failed and they failed because evil in the end does not win. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I appreciate it more than you can know. And I'll see you next time.